16. Also because I'm a hopeless romantic. So I think I've shared a couple of my experiences on my socials. Like I would think that, this guy that I see in my neighborhood, that's the love of my life. Like really, I kid you not. Like I saw this guy walking with the dog because my cousin told me that he met his wife on the bus because they took the same bus every day. So I went home, I told my mom like, I tell you I think the love of my life is in our neighborhood. She's like, siao.
Wow.
But I was so convinced. So every day 8 p.m, right, I would go out on a walk to find the love of my life.
What's up, and welcome to the KopiBros podcast presented to you by the Chit Podcast Network. Now today, we have Nicolette Callie Wee, who is an influencer, content creator, and of course, tech salesy.
And relationship coach, I guess? Relationship advisor?
Yes, and of course, a hardcore Virgil Van Dijk fan.
Liverpool fan.
Honestly, it was really such an entertaining podcast. We really learned so much about like what goes on in a day-to-day life, and it's really so surprising to see how much she can achieve within 24 hours.
She was very candid. She shared with us a lot of stories that I feel that couldn't help but put a smile on your face. So I feel that it's not a surprise that she's an influencer because her character is like that, and then she wants to spread her joy and her knowledge with people through her content.
She deserves this.
To be
fame.
famous.
Some people you feel like, wow, like, but she does it so naturally. Like it's like she's naturally herself. Before we start, a word from our sponsor.
First up, we'd like to take a break in the episode to thank our friends at Sauce Kingdom, the famous good France sauce brand trusted by giant fast food chains around the world.
With these sauces, you can turn any air fryer meal into a gourmet experience. Let's run through a few favorites. Buttermilk Ranch, creamy, herby, perfect with pizza, fried chicken or even veggies. Texas Grill, smoky, bold, that true BBQ peak flavor in every bite.
Smoked mayo, rich, savory, Prizes ultimate partner, and New York burger sauce, tangy, classic, and turns any burger into a diner-style experience. To find out more, check out the Shopee and Lazada links in our description. Now available in selected Sheng-Siong outlets and soon in all stores.
Once again, a big thank you to our friends at Sauce Kingdom for sponsoring this episode.
Restaurant taste at home.
Yeah, so without further ado, let's get into the episode. And today, we have a guest for you. She's well known for vibrant content creation and influencer work, spanning platforms like Instagram and TikTok, where she shares travel, lifestyle, fitness, and relationship-based content that is both funny and relatable. Tech sales girly, she has also shown that not everyone needs to take the conventional Singaporean path. To find out more about her story, please join me in welcoming Nicolette!
Hello! You actually got my name actually right.
Oh, is it? Yeah, I was so worried. I was so worried that I will say it wrongly.
No, my middle name, because a lot of people like to say Kelly. And that's actually one of my pet peeves.
Oh, is it?
When people say like Kelly, I actually prefer Kaylee. The pronunciation is Kaylee. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got it right.
I would assume that people usually will say Kelly because like it's the easiest reference. But thank you so much for taking time out of schedule to join us for the podcast. Honestly, I don't know how you do it. You have a full-time job at the same time you do content creation. Do you have anything else you've been busy with lately?
Oh, just these two. And then I'm working on expanding my scope in both areas like content creation and then also my corporate job.
How do you have time to think about like the content that you do? Because you post quite regularly as well.
I think mostly it's throughout the day whenever I have time. Then that's just where I start to ideate. And then sometimes it just like pops up, when you're like in the shower, then suddenly you're like, hey, this is a damn good idea. Or it could be like when I'm talking to my colleagues at work, then sometimes they'll just say maybe certain things, then I just mental note. And I'm like, hey, actually that's quite an interesting thing to like talk about for my content or try to like weave into my content. So that's usually what I do.
Our podcast, we have 7 people. So it's easier in the sense that we can divide the work, like each one take a segment, and then we can choose our own time to pace between the full-time work and doing this podcasting. I always think that one person do your own channel, like do all the editing, filming, clipping, and then recording. Difficult.
I'm so tired already.
Yeah, I think it's like okay with like whatever time I have, especially when I travel to work. Let's say in the mornings when I have time, I'll start to edit. Any sort of like spare time that I have, that's when I will do content stuff. Then whatever time I have at work is really just focus on work. I think it's time prioritization ba.
Very efficient use of your timing. On the way to work, I can barely even keep my eyes open. Still think about editing video.
Gotta hustle, gotta keep the
hustle up.
Nicolette, I think when doing our research, right, we found out that you are a Liverpool fan like me. So,
Yes,
yes.
strangely enough, there are quite a few Liverpool
Yeah.
fans on this podcast, which is not great.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
I'll just have to ask you, right? Have you been getting a lot of heart attacks with the very recent, a lot of last minute goals, a lot of last minute wins, losing the lead, this kind of thing?
Some may call
It's
it
like
lucky.
it's almost like every other match.
Yeah.
And then it's
Oh my
like
God.
towards the end, suddenly during extra time, it's like suddenly the goal was there. So I think
Yeah,
as long
yeah.
as it's okay, as long as we got it in the bag, I think it's a sign that we're gonna get it this season. But it is
I
hard.
think
It is hard like
Yeah.
stopping.
Yeah, like the Burnley match, right? I was ready to 0-0 already. And then suddenly, wow, last minute penalty. Like, wow, we want to off the TV already. Crazy, man.
But that's the most exciting thing I feel like about watching the matches this season. You just never know.
Yeah.
You just have to stay till the end.
We normally start our podcast by, of course, learning about the origins of our guests. And we would like to take your journey back all the way before you were even into social media. You are known as someone that is really outgoing, adventurous, but do you mind sharing with us if you were always like this growing up, or like what was your upbringing like?
Outdoor and adventurous, yes, definitely. I think growing up in general, I'm just quite extroverted and I'm quite spontaneous. I think that's always been the case. So I'm always like willing to put myself out there, especially because nowadays I do a lot of relationship content. I think if you take that into consideration, I mean, even in the past when I was in like secondary school, if I like someone, I'll just go up to them, I'll tell them. I don't really play the
mind
like
games.
sit back. Yeah. But I will be quite strategic lah. Must plant the seed in their head and then slowly weave your way inside. But so far, like in my relationships or when I like a guy, I don't think I've ever been very shy about it. I think in fact I'm quite like forthcoming and forward. So that's in the relationship aspect. But I think even in other areas of my life, even if it's like studies or like schools, I mean, I'm really not the smartest, like academically wise, but it's okay. If I want to get into like a certain school of choice, I will see if like there are ways to get in. You know, doesn't have to be like academics. Like you ask me to travel 1 year later, right? I'll probably tell you like, see how. But if you ask me to travel tomorrow, right, I'll book the flight.
Wow.
So it's like
who needs a plan?
It's like the more last minute it is, right? The more excited. Like I get the thrill from it.
I feel that I have to learn to be extroverted when because of work. And like you tell me travel tomorrow, I'll tell you no. But you tell me travel 7 months later, I'll say okay, we can plan for this.
Some people need a plan when they go overseas, but clearly from too spontaneous is the way to go to get Nicolette to go on a trip with you.
Yes, correct. If you tell me the more last minute it is, right, the more excited I get. I'll be like, oh my gosh, okay, let's go.
Maybe you can do a series like I see some China TikTokers, they just like approach people on the street and then you say you use a dart, hit which part of China, I will bring you there next week. Like,
I bring them there. Sorry. Let me save money first.
That's kind of baller content creation.
Yeah,
hit which part? I bring you to Yishun or where? Or
okay.
That kind.
You noticed that you started really uploading content onto your social media around 2022, which I think was about the same time that you started working in a corporate role. Do you mind sharing what made you start and decide like I want to start documenting my life and experiences with the world?
So actually funny thing is before COVID, TikTok was just starting out at that time. At that time I was like, oh, I'm not like the rest, I'm not going to download TikTok. What is that? Like I was super against it. I was like, I'm the cool kids, like we don't use like social media, that kind of thing.
Okay.
But then during COVID, I was like, okay, what is this app that everyone's talking about? So then that's when I downloaded it, got hooked onto it. And then you know how you have so much time during COVID. So that's when I think I decided to just like take random stuff at home, like start dancing with my parents. It's really born out of like COVID. And then after that, it was more of just like uploading things like for fun. Because at that time when I had Instagram, I was quite open also into sharing about like my life, like what I'm doing in school, just with my friends and close circle at that time. I would say I would always create content since young. Even last time on my Instagram, way back in the days, I would come out with like content pillars like just for fun. I remember doing this series called like Expectations versus Reality. Then I would just like, this was back when I was in 2013. And then I would just post it onto Instagram, but then only my close friends will be able to see it. Yeah. So I think I always sort of had that kind of like content creation in me. And then it only started proper, I think, in 2022 when I was like, okay, let me capture my final year in uni. And I was really posting for fun, like really for fun. then I didn't expect anything out of it. I also just like was just like dancing in my room because I find that that's a way for me to de-stress. So then I was like dancing, just having fun. So before I even posted TikToks also on my Instagram, if you scroll all the way back down, I actually really started posting dances, like videos of me dancing in my room. And it's not to any TikTok audio. It's like I play the audio on my laptop. Then I just like dancing.
Old school.
Yeah, the very old school type, you know.
Yeah, don't even have reels, don't even have the natural editing.
Yeah,
just
no editing, nothing.
Yeah.
It's just like I play the music on the stereo and then I just start dancing. So I was already sort of doing that quite often. When I learned how to use TikTok, I was like, how cool I can like edit a day in my life in uni, that kind of thing. So I started off from there. And then those were just really like for fun.
Was it always a challenge for you to be like so transparent? Because I know that for me, right, when we started this podcast, the first few episodes were a bit of a challenge because it felt very unnatural, like speaking to people like virtually and then like doing content kind of thing. So do you feel that you have to overcome this hurdle, or like it was always something very natural for you to like just share your life with people?
I think I would say it was always quite natural for me to share my life. I never really felt like I had to put like a filter or anything. I was quite open with like the experiences I was going through. I'm not always having a good day, right? I could be having like a really bad day. But then to me, it's like, it's okay. Like there are people out there who are also having a bad day. Then they can relate. A lot of people always ask me like, hey, you sure you want to post yourself like dancing, digital footprint? But I'm like, it's okay, right? Like, so I am. And I'm pretty sure there are people out there also dancing in their room after a like long day. Yeah, so I'm like, it's okay.
Okay, now with TikTok much more lah. I really.
Yeah.
Last time before TikTok maybe lesser. Yeah. Now really a lot more.
Yeah. So it's like, it's okay. So I don't really feel like I have to put a certain version of me out there. I think I was, from the get-go, I was quite transparent.
So actually, after uploading your videos, right, I realized that you really started blowing up around 2023, 2024, that period. Could you give us a bit of some insights how you actually balance the social media while doing a corporate job? Because it's really, it's really a lot, right?
Yeah. I will also tell you, it really is a lot. It's a lot. I mean, the truth is shag lah. Like, I'm not even going to try to like sugarcoat it. Because the truth is, I also only have 24 hours in a day. Physically and then also mentally. I think sometimes it can really also take a toll because you are not only dealing with like stress from corporate. I mean, corporate, I have my targets to hit. I have like KPIs to drive. And then when it ends, when I go back home, then content starts. It's how I sort of section out my days in the way. And also it's really prioritization. I mean, it's very cliche, but really like whatever time I have, then I try to be doing something, thinking about like what's my next step in corporate or in content creation.
In a day, right, roughly average, how long do you sleep?
Wow, good question.
Something's gotta give, right?
Something's gotta give, right? 24 hours a day, 8 to 10 hours at work. That's only left with 14 hours. If you sleep another 10 hours, you left 4 hours to do content creating. Then you're just like,
No time for leisure.
Okay, so I sleep not that much. So if my mom hears this, right, she'll be like, I need to sleep early. I'm like, yes.
Hustle, it's hustle.
Yeah, okay, so I also didn't want to get burnt out or get overwhelmed. So I think for me, it's like I still need to make time for myself. And then like my friends, family, every other aspect in my life. So there are days where I struggle for sure, especially when it comes to like weekends, right? Weekends I want to do content, but I also want to be taking this time for myself to recuperate, recalibrate before the work week starts again. So sometimes it's a struggle to find that balance. But for me, let's say in a day, okay, I end work. So I'm up early for my corporate job. I'm like, if I have targets to hit, right, it's like I will just 101% chiong. I really will chiong. So because I don't really like having that kind of stress linger. So for me, it's like if I don't really procrastinate with like work stuff. So then it's like, okay, get it done. Then if I am able to end early, like let's say maybe by 6 last I'm done, then I will go for a run. So I must get some form of like...
Yeah, 6 plus sounds like an hour and a half after most people start end work.
Okay, fine. Okay, so some days it's like maybe slightly before 6, but
okay.
See how lah. See whether hit target yet or not. Like, haven't hit. Okay, better don't. Better stay.
Run for my sales instead.
Yeah. Either I go run or like go gym. So these kind of like activities are for me to just be away from using my phone, like for content or even like looking at work. So I feel like that helps me like get back a bit of sanity. Go home after that, then that's when I start doing content. Either I'm brainstorming for content or editing or filming.
Back to the question, what time does the day end for you? You
On a good day?
don't want to disclose, not wanting to disclose the amount of hours. Okay, just tell me the day end. I don't even know how when does it start. So at least the rough can let the people guess themselves.
2 a.m.
2 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
No, but sometimes it's like, sometimes I end at like 1, right? But then it's like, finally I have my own time. Netflix.
Yeah, decompress. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Finally I have my own time. Doom scroll. You know what I mean? It's
yes.
And it also depends on the season lah. Of course, there are some like lull periods in content or like lull periods in at work. Then you just play around more. Whenever you can find time to rest, you just rest. It's so easy, but then actually like every other day I'm like...
It's great that after all the content creating, there was a time when you started to blow up. Was there a specific moment when you realized that, oh my god, I'm blowing up, or like, wow, I'm getting very big?
I think at the start it was like a couple of videos went viral. Oh, wow, it's going viral. So funny. It's
so funny.
Yeah,
wow. Wow,
no, it feels a bit
couple of 100,000 people seeing my video. Oh, that's quite cool.
Because on TikTok. So actually, I blew up on TikTok first. I won't say blew up, but blew up sounds like wow.
Wow, went viral.
But not really. Okay, went
viral.
Yeah.
Went viral. So I went viral for a few videos, and those were usually like trend jack videos. So then I also started to realize that when you actually trend jack and you have a pretty good like story to tell when you do that, then you have higher chances of course like going viral. Because that's how the app works, right?
Yeah.
Then that's how the algorithm works. So, but then slowly after that, I didn't really want to keep thinking like, wow, what's the next trend I can trend jack? At the start, when you first get a viral video, you're like, wow, I want more. You want to chase that like high, like wow, I want to make more like viral stuff. But then I didn't really like how that played out after a while because it's very taxing. I think like mentally, emotionally, there's always that kind of pressure and stress you give yourself. So then it was thinking about like, okay, can I just make content for fun? And I think and I do enjoy making content. Like I really have a lot of joy when I like piece my stuff together or when I talk about something. So then when I started to move more towards like doing it out of joy and then just sharing my experiences, then I started to realize the next wave of like my videos going viral. So I realized, people like enjoy this kind of content coming from me. So the things I thought about love, and that's how I started in the first place. But it's really because it's based on real life experiences. It's based on real life trauma. So and then I turn it into like videos.
Your loved ones probably know that you do social media, right? Are they supportive?
Oh yeah. I think they really knew
it,
because they were never against it. I mean, because growing up, I was also very like on family trips. I'm very comfortable with like being around the camera. Don't like just posting for my friends to see also, but I will like make sure I get like I want to get like the video if I'm doing something like ridiculous, something stupid. Then I'll be like, I ask my family members to help me take. So I think they already sort of know. But I think they didn't expect it to become like such
a big thing.
Yeah, such a big thing for me. Yeah, because I also didn't expect it to become such a big thing. My Instagram only started last year. So
wow.
At the start of last year, I was still below 10K followers.
Wow.
So it was that growth, I think that growth period for me was quite shocking, I would say.
Then we'll tell you our channel took 3-4 years. We are at 15 plus K. Yeah.
We're doing a nice little stroll. Or here you are running.
Let's go marathon, let's go.
10K.
To cover a bit about your style and your content, you have to evolve your content, or what do you have to try until you reach a point that, okay, you feel that this is your style?
I think it's trial and error, like for me, I think in life, everything is like trial and error, see what works, see what don't work, like A/B testing like that. So it's like, when I first started out, I refused to put my talking voice on camera. Like my first few videos on TikTok, they were all like, there's an audio at the back. So no form of talking. Even if I talk, it's like the narration voice. Because I didn't want people to like hear my voice. When you first start out, it's a bit unnatural, right? Like to just like
Yes.
start to talk to the
Listening to
camera.
your own voice. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like listening to yourself, and then so for me at the start I was a bit like very scared to post because it's like later people say like my voice annoying, blah, blah, stuff like that. So after that I realized I'm just gonna try different content types. So I evolved quite a bit from like dancing and then putting text to like I had a series that was like reasons why I love men, or how do you know if she likes you, how do you know he likes you, red flags. It's really very relationship centric. I think that time because that was sort of more of my niche. But then as I started my corporate job also, then I started realizing that I can actually also make content around like my life in corporate.
Is it because you find that you're more perceptive, or like you tend to draw a lot of conclusions or observe relationships? That's why you feel that you could come up with some of these like taglines or like some of these conclusions or some of these explanations for some of these relationship things.
I just love love.
Wow.
What
Okay.
what
Yeah, what
sentence? Wow.
Yeah.
No, I really am like passionate about the topic. Learning like why relationships are a certain way, why people behave a certain way in relationships. I mean, it also comes from personal experience. That's where I think it's a bit more relatable for the audience, right? Because I mean, all of us go through like these kind of feelings, like butterfly feelings. And I think the thing that I realized that I wanted to share is that it's okay to be a simp.
Thank you for saying that.
Showing a lot of
This is
distinct
validating
taglines out
most of
there.
the
Wow.
men.
I love love, and it's okay to be a simp.
Like-
Yeah.
Then I mean, because that's how I so you asked like how I started blowing up, right? That was honestly the first actual like blow up that I saw. It was when I started sharing my personal stories of how I will go out of the way to chase the guy that I like. And some of it can be very absurd, like how I wanted to go and work in a cafe that just started in NTU because he likes to drink coffee. You know?
Oh.
Like,
Okay.
so I want to tell people that like, yeah, it's okay. Like if you are like that, yeah, it's okay. That means you're go
Just
out of the way.
embrace it.
Because embrace that you're like a lover girl, a lover boy at heart, you know, it's okay. And then I think for girls also, I wanted to like just relate to the girls out there. You know, sometimes a bit shy to like they're a crush you like them. But I think sometimes it's okay to just wear a heart on your sleeves. So that was how it started. And that's why I feel like I'm quite passionate about it. And also because I've been through like relationships. So I've also learned like a lot in those relationships about myself, about my partner, stuff like that.
For someone of your following, right, you are one of the very rare few that still holds a corporate job. So my question is, when you go for interviews or like when you work, right, does your manager or does your boss know about your social media presence, and does it hinder or does it help your work?
Yes, they know. In fact, when I first joined my new role, everyone was waiting for me to like start like dancing.
Okay.
But I think gotta adapt to the circumstance. So let's say when I'm at work, of course, I'm a lot more mellow. So sometimes people are like, hey, how come in person you're so different than you are online? Because online I'm very out there, but in person I'm a bit more calm and mellow. But that's because I'm in a professional setting, right? So then of course I don't want to let it hinder my work. And then to me it's like work's work. I will do everything else like later. So it's like a very clear line that I draw. I think in terms of like, does it help or does it hinder? I think it actually helps. I mean, there's no direct correlation, but because I'm so like, I yap so much online, and then my job in corporate, I also yap because I'm in sales. So it's sort of like, I just take both sides like together. So I think.
But the fact that I'm guessing you do hit your target very often, because if not, there will be a lot of complaints. Wow, don't hit target, can still post so much content.
Yeah, so for me, right? Like that's the most important thing, that I can do my corporate job well. Very focused in that sense when I'm doing work. When I'm in my corporate job, because I have targets to hit.
Yeah.
I don't want people to think like, oh, you know, I'm not like actually spending time at work. I'm not focused. So once I can lock that down, then I can go and do other things in like peace.
Because if you don't do that, I believe the problem will always arise where, oh wow, this person actually just use this as a
KPI review.
To just so that she can give her some stability when she do her content. But it's the other way now. Now it's she do her job well, then after that she can do content as well.
Yeah, I think that for me that's my mindset also. when it comes to like work.
I believe most people will know you for the funny interpretive action videos where you link different corporate terms, breakup terms, guys on dating apps into interpretive science or dance. How on earth did you like find that started doing like, oh wow, this sounds like a good idea. There's so many interpretive dances you can do for so many different sentences. I'm just like, wow.
I used to do dance growing up. So I naturally already since young, I love to dance. But whether or not I'm good at it, that's another story, okay? But the truth is that I love to dance. At first it started off by me just saying these phrases in a very like exaggerated manner. But somehow when I talk, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I also move a lot. Like I'm not really sitting still.
Yeah.
So in general, like I move quite
a lot
lot.
more expressive.
Yeah, correct. So even last time, like when I was doing presentations in school, my teachers would tell me like, can you stop dancing? They actually used the word dancing, you know, because I would sway as I talk.
Wow.
Yeah, so naturally when I just started filming that, at first I would do very subtle movements, just as I'm making the exaggerated like terms. Then one day I was just like, actually, why not let me choreograph something? Like, let me just do a full movement to a word. And then somehow that went viral. I started doing it twice. Honestly, I don't know, like, I just wanted to emphasize it more, I guess. And then that became more sort of like a style for me.
Yeah, honestly, it's a really very great style. And I just wanted to, I'm always just so curious, when you do the interpretive dance, do you usually practice? Because I feel like all these kind of interpretive dances, right, the more you practice it, the more like
unfunny it is.
Unfunny it is. You get what I mean? It's usually
You're absolutely
like
right there.
Yeah, right.
You know, when I film these things, right, I don't go in with like choreographed steps. I know sort of the phrase already. Yeah, just choreograph using that phrase. So sometimes it doesn't need to be like word for word. Then I act it out. It doesn't even need to relate sometimes. And then
it's just the gist done, right?
The gist is there.
Yeah.
And then also, yeah, I just come up with it on the spot. And then I practice it a few times. So actually, okay lah, the raw takes that you see, right? I probably done it like 8 times. And then I find like the best two consecutive.
Best two out of the 8.
Yeah, so you can imagine.
I would think that like the more you practice it, the more like dancing, like no, it really feels more like a dance, but it's not going to be that funny. Like towards
It's
the
not
end.
so.
Yeah, it's like,
not
wow,
so,
this feels like a more choreographed dance than the interpretive
correct.
dance. Just to be thinking, wow, it's so funny if like someone is watching you from the side doing these interpretive videos, right? Or like just be so.
No,
sometimes my parents can hear me because I do it in my room, right? My parents can hear me like repeating circle back 8 times, circle back.
Yeah, because you have to keep announcing the phrase that you're talking about, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
I think maybe my neighbors can hear.
Yeah, and then they know, they search, they Google, what is so interesting about this sentence? Do you have like an entire database, or you just feel that, okay lah, you have there's different series in your mind, and then you just want to, like, you just keep thinking within that series?
Yeah, sort of. And then I mean, whenever I want to try something new, then I will just plug and then see how it goes. Recently, I also participated in a competition, the 987 radio DJ competition. And then after that, I realized I like to play around with voice. I started doing a little bit more stuff related to my voice, like how I think different emojis will speak, that kind of thing. And then, so that's not really dancey, but then there's also like exploring a new type of content. Yeah. So because I just wanted to use more of my voice. Yeah. And then my most fun one that I really enjoyed doing was this Harry Potter interpretive dance. So I would read out like these iconic Harry Potter lines and then dance to it also. So that's like voice and dance. Okay. So that was quite fun.
That's really quite funny. Quite into your social life so much, but does most of the things come from your own personal observations or personal experience?
Both, yes.
Both.
Personal experience, yes.
Personal experience.
Suddenly you turn very soft.
Yeah. Suddenly like.
Yes, I'm a culprit.
If not two guys asking sensitive question to girl, doesn't look very good on the camera.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is based on personal experiences. Yes.
You go through a lot of like past hurts or
no, because I am somebody that I think wears my heart on my sleeve. So naturally when you do that, you're bound to get hurt also.
Get hurt.
I think that's quite normal, like rejection or unrequited love. You know, all these different like topics. So, and also because I mean I have gone through relationships also. So I've also learned, I think, a lot through the different relationships. And sometimes I'm, you know, in my previous relationships I learn about like long distance, and then you also learn about like how people can evolve and change in a relationship. In general, like there's a lot of different theories when it comes to dating and love that I'm quite interested in reading up on. So honestly, if I didn't do comms, maybe I would have studied psychology lah. But there are some some things that I learned is that even in my past relationships, you would think that you're so compatible at that point in time, but then actually when you really dig into like beliefs, values, then actually it may not match up and it may not align to go for the long run. Yeah, so these kind of things like intrigue me quite a bit because I will also like talk to friends and then like listen to stories like about how, you know, how people deal with relationships. And then I think from there, that's where I learn. And then I go and read up. And then I think in comms also, I did this comms module called interpersonal relationships. So wow, that was damn interesting. That's a whole other topic.
Yeah. But it really sounds like you experienced the full range of, I don't know if it's station of love or love experiences. I don't know whether have you watched like the Wong Fu productions or you know like there's one that you have like a college love, the first.
Oh,
love.
I know that one.
Yeah,
oh my gosh,
love.
You know I watched that when I was like 14 or 15. Is the who, what, where, when, how, something like that one, right?
Something like that. Then like who was the first person was like the
who
first
was
love. Yeah. It feels like you really went to live it yourself. You're like, wow, I like this video. Let me live this.
I'm going to live it, and then I will like tell it exactly the way Wong Fu told it. But it's really very true, you know, because I mean when I was like 16, also because I'm a hopeless romantic. So I think I've shared a couple of my experiences on my socials. Like I would think that, you know, this guy that I see in my neighborhood, that's the love of my life. Like really, I kid you not. Like I saw this guy walking with the dog because my cousin told me that he met his wife on the bus because they took the same bus every day. So I went home, I told my mom like, I tell you I think the love of my life is in our neighborhood. She's like, siao.
Wow.
But I was so convinced. So every day 8 p.m, right, I would go out on a walk to find the love of my life.
Wow.
And then one day I really saw this guy walking like his dog from far. I saw him from far and I was like, I think that's the one. I went home, I told my parents. Then I said, I should have gone up to talk to him. Then I told them it's okay. The next time I see him, I will go up. But I didn't see him for a few weeks or a few months. I can't remember. Then one day my mom was just driving me home from the bus stop. I remember he was walking on the side here with the dog. I was telling my mom, stop the car. That's the guy. Then my mom was like, what? Then I was like, no, please, just stop. Then she really just jam brake. Then she's like, okay lah, come back later lah. Then I just got off the car. I saw the guy and I really like just went up to him. But I didn't dare to say hi to him. So I said hi to the dog.
But that's a great icebreaker though. That's a great icebreaker.
Wow.
That's a great icebreaker.
Yeah, I just went to the dog. I was like, hello. Then I still asked, do you live around here? I feel like I've lived it. I've also been through the heartbreaks to also then like talk about what is it like after healing from a heartbreak, stuff like that.
I see. From your observations about Singaporean men and women, what do you think are some of the things that they can probably improve upon?
Wow.
Like let's say if you
that's
can just throw it out there that all Singaporean men will learn and like or women have to change to make the dating scene or love scene in Singapore better.
Or both. This applies to both parties. Okay, so not men and not women, but I think both parties can learn to communicate their emotions more. I think when there's like clear communication in a relationship, then you can avoid a lot of like misunderstandings and conflicts. I think for girls, I think we can definitely be a lot more upfront with how we feel. Like if we like someone, I think it's okay to put yourself out there. You never try, never know. And then if like they reject you, it's okay, lor, just move on. Lor. Plenty of fish in the sea. I'm kidding. I hate that phrase. But the sea polluted already lah. No more fish. Anyway, but then for guys, I feel like a level of emotional maturity to like communicate how you're feeling. Men's mental health is often very overlooked. So I think how you're feeling in a relationship, if like you're feeling overwhelmed, I think it's important to tell your partner. Because if they don't know, then how can they be there to support you? Yeah. And then for girls is to also hold a space for like men to be vulnerable instead of expecting them to always be like
Problem solver.
Macho.
masculine. Like, yeah.
Because just now you mentioned that you participated in the 987 Radio DJ competition. I would like to ask, do you participate in this because you think that that's your next, like, let's say, interest or your next thing that you want to dabble in?
I think I participated because I've always loved radio. Like growing up, it was sort of like a little childhood dream. Ever since the one time that they played my song, they read my Facebook request. Because last time you write on Facebook wall, please play this, please play this. I'm dedicating this. So I actually dedicated one to my crush. 9 years old only.
Wow, this really fall in love with love too early. I think a bit too early. 9 years old.
I still remember, I think it was it 9 or 10 lah, but I really liked Justin Bieber at that time. So then I said, can you play Love Me by Justin Bieber? I'm dedicating this to my crush. And then I remember the radio DJ Ross back then, she read out my request.
Oh, wow.
And I was in my room sitting next to the radio, right? I screamed and I was like, oh my God, that feeling of like being the chosen one. I went to school the next day, I told everyone, and I think that was the first, like the turning point for me lah. Like that's when I realized like, wow, like if you can create that kind of connection with your listeners, I think that's quite cool. It was always like
on your bucket list lah.
Yeah, bucket list. It was always there. I always sort of like wanted to give it a go, just being on air. And then so when the competition came about, I was like, let's go, man.
Let's go. Yeah.
What's there to lose? And I think also I just wanted to learn more than anything else. Learn what it's like to be on radio, learn from the jocks who have been in the industry for so long. I would MC sometimes in like school events, and I've had people come up to me and tell me that like, hey, actually your voice is quite soothing.
Soothing. It is.
Soothing. Hey, but must let me get into the soothing voice. Now I'm in the yeah.
So actually, talking about that, could you give us like some insights in your time taking part in the competition, and do you really enjoy yourself overall?
I think it was a very good experience, but it was very tiring. I will be 100% honest, because I was handling my corporate job in that period, plus content creation, plus the filming for 987 Radio Star. And I think also for this year's competition, they also turned it sort of like into a YouTube short series. Like it was like a reality TV show. Tiring, definitely. And then on top of that, you have the pressure of it being a competition. I gave it all I got, man. Like, because they filmed on the weekends. So you can imagine it's like 5
Monday to Sunday.
And
So
then
like, full days.
it was like we had to stay overnight in a campsite.
Oh.
So there were a lot of challenges also. And then you really have to just learn when they have the workshops. So it was tiring, but then I also learned a lot through the experience, working under that kind of competition pressure. And then I think making new friends, new memories.
I'm guessing, do you think this would be an avenue that you will like continue trying to pursue in your future?
I think whether radio or not, something with voice is definitely like in the books for me. Like, I think after...
maybe?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Hey guys,
Especially
are you
with
guys
your
hiring?
soothing voice.
So actually after the competition also, I started doing a few hosting, like emceeing gigs. And I really enjoy it. I enjoy just being out there, connecting with people. So anything to do with like voice, I think is something that I would definitely want to explore more of.
Yeah.
Soothing podcast.
Soothing podcast.
Yeah, you strike me as someone that can host that kind of like events where there needs to be a certain level of excitement, because not anybody can do it. Yeah, because I did events before as a host or MC, right? I also cannot do that kind of like, wow, high octane one. Cannot. I need to like everybody sit down. Okay, today we are going to do this event. You have the right kind of energy for this kind of high octane.
Podcast about love.
Yay.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yay.
exactly.
Wow.
Oh, giving me ideas there. Thank you. Okay, I invite you onto the show.
Yeah. I believe if you just open a like ask me anything about relationship, I confirm got a lot of people ask one. Even
Oh,
funny
funny.
things. Yeah.
Funny that you bring that up because before all this started also on my TikTok when I was posting all the sim content, last time I still had a lot more time. So after work, I will turn on my TikTok live.
Wow.
And then it would just be like relationship advice, ask me. How people, wow, they were just like, come in and it was like, wow, bomb me with all these questions, you know. I really like this girl, but this is happening, what should I do? Then there was a period where I also was accepting calls. It was like, you know those like radio segment, then they have like people call in.
Yeah, then you feel like you're whole.
Then after that, introduce another person. Okay, so what do y'all think about this guy chasing this girl? So that was quite fun actually.
I feel that if my social battery is that kind of China brand, your social battery should be Energizer, you know.
Wow.
I really don't know why you get all this energy to do all these things.
Bro, one natural, she leave it in the rechargeable. No, it's just forever on recharge.
But one thing we can both agree on is that we support Liverpool. So the next segment will really is about just to geek out. I would like to ask you like, when do you start supporting Liverpool and what were some of your favorite moments since then?
I mean, okay, my dad is a avid Liverpool fan. Like he's hardcore. So then of course naturally I grew up watching. I mean, when I was younger, I really don't know what's going on. I just see like Greenfield men running ball.
Running around.
Like really that was it, right? But then it was a way for my dad and I to just bond. A lot of times I fall asleep by halftime. So that was when I was younger, like when I was really a kid. I think I started really getting very into it when I started with my own MacBook. And then I would start to stream in my own room at night. My favorite has to be the 2019 Champions League 4-0 against Barcelona. That was huge, man. That was like quite pivotal for me because I remember like watching it and then seeing them make that comeback. Instead, I go and eat prata. You know, they had all the free prata. If you wear a Liverpool jersey, then they will give like free prata. So I remember I went with my dad. For correct. So I think that match was quite impressive because I think nobody expected Liverpool to
have a chance.
To even have a chance, right? Because after Barcelona got the 3-0 in the first leg, then when Liverpool came in and just smashed them, I was like, like I think that was the moment I realized like, shucks, like I love this team so much. And I would be so passionate about watching that I will watch and study at the same time. Because last time I'm still student, right?
Wow. Yeah, this shows you how different our age is because I started supporting Liverpool because of the 2005 Champions League final.
Oh.
Yeah.
Different decade.
I would have been 5.
15 then? Yeah.
That season, because after that we went on to win the UCL, right?
Yes.
So that was definitely feel good moment. Against Spurs. I remember also the first time I was watching it outside of the house at like some bar. Wow, then I was like, wow, the energy was great.
Yeah.
After we won, I remember like everyone singing at Clarke Quay. I still could borrow somebody's flag and like. So that was quite an exciting moment. And then I think also when we won the Premier League title under Klopp.
Oh,
yeah, because that was 30 years in the making.
The COVID title lah.
The COVID title, yeah.
The COVID title.
So I think one of the perks of being an influencer and a social media content creator is that you get to meet some of the Liverpool legends. I think I've seen you meeting Robbie, Fowler and John Barnes. Very jealous of it. Could you recount like how was the experience like? And then when you talk to them, how were they? Yeah.
It's great. But I think it's not really like because they're more my dad's time also, right? Because they're legends. Yeah. They were when my dad was growing up, he was like hardcore about them. So according to my mum, my dad has never been proud of me. One of John Barnes, I got the privilege to actually bring my dad down as well.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow.
Right, my dad was so nervous. He was so like nervous to even ask like John Barnes for the signature. He's just froze there and he's like, it's like 看偶像, you know?
Yeah.
看到偶像. It's like if I met Virgil Van Dijk, I don't. I tell you, I need to like for like a few days before I meet Van Dijk. So yeah, but with Barnes was very warm. He was very like welcoming. That when I said like, can you do like a TikTok with me? He's like, what do you want me to do? I'm like, can you shimmy?
Can you shimmy?
He's like, he was like, you gotta teach me how to shimmy. Then I like taught him how to shimmy. He really went full on.
Wow.
And it was one take only, and I was like, Vance, he's a great guy.
You're natural.
Yeah, I was like, you're a natural man. You should be a TikToker. I met Fowler recently, Robbie Fowler recently. I did host him on a tour bus in Singapore.
Wow.
So that was quite iconic because then I got to show him like, okay, this is what we do, and ask him a bit more personal questions. The first time I met him, I was a bit scared of him. That like, you know, it's like sometimes nervous, and then also like if they don't smile, then I'm like, oh no, like the first time meeting someone, and then also like he's a legend. He's God, you know. He's literally called God.
His nickname is literally God, yeah.
His name is literally God, and I was like meeting God for the first time.
Correct.
Then when I met him this time around, it was more like candid. It was very chill. He was also super like open. I taught him some Singlish phrases. That was very fun. I know my dad was a bit jealous.
Let me just put it out there. If you need volunteer for any of this kind of, I don't know, just to carry your shoe, carry your water. Yeah.
Holla.
Since you have spoken about Van Dijk being your favorite player, and then it shows our age again because my favorite player is Steven Gerrard. So 差了, I don't know, 10多年. Why am I speaking in Chinese? Okay, so there's a difference of 10 plus years. But would you say that Van Dijk will be on your like dream person to interview or collab with, or is there any other player?
But the thought of it is already like the thought of it very exciting. 100%. Like I want to make it happen, you know. I want to make it happen so bad, you know. It's like, oh, please, Van Dijk. I mean, I think if I can make him like shimmy with me, like,
wow.
I think I can like rest easy already after that. Yeah.
Okay, retire as a content creator. You know?
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. That was actually my...
that's my peak. I don't understand how to be that.
Sorry, I've peaked already. Thank you. I'm exiting now. But yeah, definitely Van Dijk. I think everyone around me knows this. My friends know this. There are days where I like manifest for it to happen. Just this close, you know, to actually like spamming all the Liverpool contacts I can find. Like, you know, like, I'm like their manager, social media manager, this manager, that manager. Hi, can you please?
Please.
Please, I'm a huge fan. Please.
I believe it shouldn't be that far away because...
Yeah. After John Barnes and Robbie Fowler. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you guys. I will keep manifesting. Yeah,
because he's also closer to the... How do you say? To the finish line compared to some of the other players.
Right.
Yeah, so I do think that yes, you there is a chance there.
Can y'all like...
And then like saying, I'll be ready to carry your shoe, carry your water, carry your bag.
Yeah.
Okay, vice versa also. Like let's say one day y'all manage to get him on the podcast, I'm willing to carry your shoe.
Okay.
I'm willing to carry anything.
You can ask Brandon. The closest we have got to interviewing professional footballers were the Singaporean ones. I haven't gone all the way to Liverpool or England yet.
Okay, let's spam tag DVD on this video. Spam.
Kena block.
Kena block then. Next time I have to explain, hey, how come you know? I don't know why. Someone used my phone to spam you. Before we end the interview, right, we would like to go with a round of quick fire questions. So if you could listen to only one artist for the rest of your life, which artist would it be?
My Chemical Romance.
Oh,
okay. Wow, I wasn't expecting that, but okay.
That sounds like not your time of music, but okay.
Yes. Okay.
Would you rather delete your IG account or your TikTok account?
TikTok, because I have more memories on IG.
Would you rather give up supporting Liverpool or go back to your corporate job?
I will never give up supporting Liverpool. That's like, I will go back to my corporate job any day. Take me back. No, please don't fire me in the first place. I want my corporate job.
What would be your one piece of advice for aspiring content creators out there?
Just post. Really, just post only. Like, if you wanna, and actually be true to who you are. Yeah, and then be yourself. If not, you'll feel like you have to keeping up this like facade, and over time it's gonna wear you out. So be true to who you are, and then don't be scared. Put yourself out there, and yeah, just give every opportunity that comes your way a go.
Before we go, do you mind letting our audience know where they can find you on social media?
Sure, you guys can find me on Instagram at Nicolette Callie and on TikTok at Nicolette Callie WE. I don't know why it's like not my full surname lah. Nicolette Callie Wee.
Well, thank you for your time. Here's wishing you all the best, and remember that you never walk alone.
Thanks, guys. You'll never walk alone. Please tag Virgil Van Dijk.